Your silent season is over. The days of feeling unseen, unheard, and overlooked are ending. You've been through trials that tested your spirit, faced moments where you questioned your purpose, and endured silence that echoed louder than words. But this silence wasn't punishment, it was preparation. It was a sacred pause, a divine recalibration, the hush before the thunder of your rise. And now, that thunder is here. The atmosphere is shifting. Your soul can feel it. You're being called to step up and rise, not in noise, not in pride, but in power, in grace, in clarity. You didn't lose your voice. You were being taught how to speak with purpose. You didn't lose your path. You were being led to one that was yours alone. And now, your rise begins. Before we dive deeper into this message, I want to ask you to stay with me through to the end of this video. If this finds you in a moment of deep need or powerful transformation, trust that it's not by chance. Leave your warmest wish in the comments below, along with the numbers 999 or 333, symbols of closure, transformation, and alignment. Let your wish speak into existence. This is a small but powerful ritual. When you put your intention into the world, you invite the energy to return it back multiplied. You may not realize how powerful your words are until you see them reflected in your reality. So share your heart below and help charge this space with hope, unity, and abundance. Now, back to what's calling you. You may have felt like the world moved on without you, like your gifts, your light, your truth didn't matter anymore. You may have withdrawn, shut down, questioned your identity. But the truth is, silence was never absence. It was protection. Sometimes, silence is the way the universe covers you while your soul is rebuilding. It's a healing cocoon where your future self is being formed. You weren't being punished, you were being refined. That quiet phase you went through, it wasn't empty. It was full of whispers. Whispers of strength being planted. Whispers of growth underground. Just because others couldn't see your progress doesn't mean it wasn't happening. You were evolving in private. And now, the roots you grew in the dark are strong enough to support the heights you're about to reach. This is your emergence season. You no longer need to explain yourself to those who couldn't hear your silence. You're stepping into alignment with your true identity. The version of you that's been waiting to be activated. The one who carries wisdom born from pain. The one who understands that elevation requires isolation. The one who realizes that power isn't loud, it's rooted, solid, steady. You've been shaken to your core only so you can rise unshakable. And maybe the world isn't ready for who you've become. But that doesn't matter, because you are. You don't need anyone's permission to rise. You don't need their applause. You don't need their validation. This isn't about being seen by them. It's about finally seeing yourself. You're rising for you. You're rising because your spirit says it's time. Because your soul is done settling. Because your heart refuses to shrink anymore. You'll start to feel it in small ways. A renewed fire in your chest. A clear no where you used to hesitate. A deep yes to things that once scared you. You'll wake up with more conviction. You'll start speaking your truth even if your voice shakes. You'll stop second-guessing your value. You'll realize the delay didn't deny you. It saved you from stepping into blessings before you were ready to sustain them. Now, the energy is different. The way you walk into rooms will change. The way you speak to yourself will change. You will move like someone who knows that they are worthy. not because someone told you so, but because your silence taught you so. Your stillness made space for truth. You met yourself in that space, raw and real. And what you found was not weakness. It was power. The kind of power that no one can give you because it's been in you all along. Your intuition is sharper now. Your boundaries are cleaner. Your peace is non-negotiable. You no longer tolerate what drains you because you know your energy is your currency and you've got big things to invest in. You see life differently now. What used to distract you no longer appeals to you. What once hurt you doesn't hold power over you anymore. You've outgrown versions of yourself that you used to cling to. You've shed identities that weren't yours. And now you stand lighter, freer, stronger. There will be people who try to pull you back to your old story. But you are not obligated to shrink to fit into chapters you've already finished. You've written new pages with your tears, your prayers, your silence. And now, your book is changing genres, from survival to thriving, from waiting to arriving, from wondering if it'll happen to watching it unfold. This is the part of your life where you become undeniable, where the fruit of your inner work begins to show, where the things you used to pray for now find you with ease, where you attract peace instead of chasing closure, where you no longer beg to be chosen because you know you already are. This is what rising looks like, not loud, not forced, but steady, sacred, unstoppable. And let's be honest, not everyone will celebrate this version of you. Some will question your glow-up. Some will doubt your peace. Some will say you changed. And they're right, you did. Because you were meant to. Staying the same would have been betrayal. And rising is not betrayal. It's obedience to your evolution. There will be days ahead that challenge this newfound strength. Days that whisper old lies. Days that test your patience. But the difference now is, you won't fold. You won't crumble. You'll remember who you became in the dark. And you'll walk through the test with unshakable faith that this is just more proof of your rising. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to beg. You don't have to prove. What's yours is already finding its way. The energy has shifted. You can feel it. The resistance is fading. The alignment is real. Doors are opening not because you knocked louder, but because you finally stopped trying to enter the wrong ones. Now, you're in tune. And what is meant for you is magnetized to that frequency. So keep showing up, even when it's hard. Keep moving, even when the steps are small. Keep believing, even when doubt tries to creep in. Because every time you choose faith over fear, you rise higher. Every time you trust the process instead of forcing it, you realign. And every time you choose yourself, you send a signal to the universe. I'm ready. You are not the person who entered that silent season. You're wiser, softer in the right ways, tougher in others, more discerning, more rooted. You've tasted stillness, and now you carry it with you. You've known solitude, and now you wear your peace like armor. You're no longer desperate for the noise of the world because you've discovered the richness of your own soul. Your rise will be quiet at first, but undeniable. It'll start with shifts only you can feel. Then you'll start seeing the evidence, the people who align, the opportunities that fit, the peace that sticks. And soon, the world will notice, but you won't need them to, because you'll already be whole, already fulfilled, already free. This is your time, your moment, your rise. The silent season is over, not because the world said so, but because your soul declared it. And that declaration carries the weight of every silent night you endured, every tear you shed, every moment you held on when everything said, "Let go." And now, with every breath, you rise. You rise in love, in power, in purpose. And nothing can stop a soul that has remembered its own light. Drop a follow and like the video if this resonates with you, and don't hesitate to cheer up and support fellow brothers and sisters' difficult times in the comments. Chosen one, keep your head up and stay true to yourself.